Hello everyone, this is Day Trader Matt with businesswithtrading.com doing a recap of our trading room for Tuesday the 15th of March. Today was a very fun day, and actually this should say 3 trades. We took 3 trades for a maximum profit potential of 12.5 points or 50 ticks. Let me go ahead and change that in the video. Okay, we took 3 trades for the maximum profit potential of 12.5 points or 50 ticks. First trade we took right around here, we took a nice short. Worked out very well. Watched the market jump up a little bit. Took another short right here. Worked out for a little bit of profit. And then our last short we took right here, and that definitely worked out as well. Kind of called these levels after the room was closed. That definitely worked out as well. Which was definitely pretty good. It's always fun to make a prediction when the room closes and the prediction to work out. That's always fun. That doesn't always happen, and I'm just talking about it right now, but it's really nor here nor there. You take the trade, great. If you don't, then it is what it is. But definitely had a fun day in the room today. The website is www.businesswithtrading.com if you want to stop by and check it out. Today, we had news come out before the bell, and we had 10 o'clock news. So, definitely made it, some news here. So it definitely made it a lot of fun. Yesterday, we did not have any news at all. So on days when you do have news, it definitely does make it interesting. FOMC is today, a little bit later on, which, it's hard to tell what those guys are going to say, but, whatever they say should, make the market fun, make it set up tonight, make it set up in the morning, should definitely be, fun trade. Not really sure what they're going to say. If they raised interest rates, I'd be flabbergasted, so I don't really foresee that happening. I have been wrong before. That's the only truth in trading, is you're going to be wrong. If you're a trader, you're going to be wrong at some point. That's going to happen. You're not necessarily going to ever make money, but you're always going to be wrong at least once. If you trade long enough, you're going to make money for sure. And to make money every day, you really need a lot of screen time. At least that's what I think. I think you need a lot of screen time. Can you make money consistently in a short period of time? I think you can, but it's going to take longer than just a couple days. You really have to dedicate time to it. This is a skill like being a surgeon. That's going to take time. It's a skill that you have to acquire, you have to hone over time, and but it can be done. And when it is done, when you're making consistent profits, the world opens up to you, and you can pretty much do whatever you want. You trade for a couple hours and go to the beach. You can do that every day. You have a ton of freedom. You can trade anytime you want to, morning, night, afternoon. It doesn't really matter. I choose to trade during the morning session, and that's pretty much all that I do. I day trade the ES during that time. I trade a couple other things outside, but I swing trade them, so I don't have to be by a computer. Buy a computer in the morning from 8:39 until 12, and then I can take off and do whatever I want to do, which definitely makes for an awesome time. And anyway, I talked about that a little bit. Check us out at the website if you have any questions. The upper right hand side of the website has a contact form. Definitely shoot me out whatever you want. Thanks for watching these videos. If you like them, please click the Twitter, Facebook like buttons and rate the video. Definitely would appreciate that. Have an awesome rest of your day. I'll see you guys in the morning. Thank you.